Ooh, your true color show. LOL, bitch, I'll go slap the fuck out of you tomorrow at your house. Okay. I really don't think that you should belong in the United States when you're doing that to Americans. I mean, if they're deporting, you know, and if they're telling other people they came to this country to really work, right? And to build a good life and not to hurt anybody for lesser than that terroristic threat right there, well, then they should just kick your ass right on out of this nation. Real quick, right? 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 Why so silent? Why? Because you just realized the little power that you don't have in this nation when you behave like that to somebody born here? My goodness. How did you think this was going to go down? So, are you lying now? Which one's a lie? That your ass is not right now in Canada? Or that your ass is here in Brownsville, Texas, the reddest state in the nation, the one with the least tolerance for outsiders like you doing terroristic things like that. Right? Mm-hmm. And here we are deporting, you know, Hispanic people, you know, they would never dream of behaving themselves like Leslie McCabe. Right? How many immigrants from Mexico do you see on the internet saying, going to the page of a woman who doesn't even know who they are, right? And then she's defending herself against all kinds of anonymous hate. But their brand of hate is so bad that they come over here and as an immigrant from Mexico says, or whether they're on a visa or not, says, well, I'm gonna bitch slap the fuck out of you at your house. I've never seen an immigrant from Mexico do that. But if you're not lying, then that means we all just saw an immigrant on a visa or not from Canada do that. Right? Why so quiet? Why so quiet? We're waiting. We're waiting. I bet you your ancestors are rolling around in their graves right now. Right? That an indigenous human like you represents them today. Woof! Right? They're probably talking to my ancestors. They're probably saying, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Right? It's funny because I'm sure way down the line we have ancestors in common. If you go far back enough. Right? But I know that my ancestors are proud of me. Because I don't do that kind of stuff to human beings. Right? Where'd you go? Where did you go? And you're a hate watcher because you came on my live video because you signed up for notifications, didn't you? A 100 people watching me deal with an indigenous, non-American, at least not from the United States of America, on my page. That's what I thought. Anyway, that's what this video was about. You see, I've noticed in the last few weeks, right? Especially in the last few days, and I knew it was going to happen. I was like, if you make a video, whatever it is, if it's as simple as eating somewhere, right? Or you know, Monica Perez says she's hiding under a rock. I don't think there's rocks big enough. The evolved Vanessa stopped that right there. Stop that right there. Yeah. Not gonna say it. Yeah? No. No. It's okay, Kathy. This is gonna stay up. I'm just dealing with a vicious hater. Somehow I got a big old hater from Canada. Such a hater that she either lied and tried to terrorize me by saying, "Ooh, I'm real close to you." Right on this live video. I see you every day. Ooh. All that is terroristic-y. All of that. All of it is terroristically. It's like, I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like especially that people like her get away with it when innocent people are deported every day, whether they're on a visa or not, if they were to do something like that. Did you all see the evolution of that, though? I called her out for being an indigenous person because I'd never seen an indigenous person behave that way. In fact, the majority that nearly 100% of indigenous humans that I've ever met in my life are so humble people. They would never condone that kind of behavior. And she wasn't an indigenous person here from the United States of America. She was from Saskatchewan, Canada. Right? But then when I told her where she was from, whether she's lying or not, she's lying one way or the other, right? Either way, she's a liar. Then she wanted to terrorize me by saying, "I see you every day." Kind of like those hateful men. Remember those hateful men? The first one that started all this, right? Remember when he would go to the home next to me and say that he wanted to buy that property, and he would continuously, pass by my home and take pictures in front of my home every day. It's the same kind of terror. He wanted me to know I am near you. I am physically near you every day. She wanted to do that. Did you see her? The evolution of that terroristic hate? Oh, I see you every day. Ew. Ew. I'm in Brownsville. Ew. I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you at your house. And then silence. Because it was at that point that if she were in the United States, well, that's a terroristic threat. And you don't want to, in 2025, be a person that's in the United States doing that kind of thing when you're not in here because you are from here. You don't want to do that in 2025, not right now. You don't want to ever do that. Ever. But especially not right now during these times. Right? Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias, mi largo. Mi largo. Gracias. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. Right? But that's what I'm doing. She's indigenous. Amanda, what I mean by indigenous, oh, it was definitely a threat. It was definitely a threat. It was definitely a threat. You're saying that you're going to go to somebody's house, and you're not even from America? You're not even from the USA? My goodness. That's why I doubt she's here. Right? Either she's here and she shouldn't be here because of this, or she's just not. And she's a lonely, lonely, hateful woman who's the problem of Canada. Right? Indigenous. She is an indigenous person. She's a native human. She's native. She's native just the way that we have tribes here in America and people are indigenous to those tribes. She is an indigenous person, but she's from Canada. If you look at her profile. See, bullies never like it when you survive smarter than they can attack you. Right? All the hate pages. I'm surprised. I'm surprised she won't be on the Hateful Man's show. We have a special guest here tonight, Miss Leslie McKay. You all think I'm kidding, but I'm not. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. So anyway, thank you, Raylene. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah. Did you fly over here? I'm wondering. Let's just say you are in Brownsville. Did you fly? Are you gonna have to go through TSA? I wonder. Huh? Did you drive? Are you gonna have to go through the border? Back over there? There she is still. Bitch, you're still talking about me? Yeah. Hi there, Kristen. How are you? How are you? She says, hey, y'all. She says, hey, y'all. She's under the impression that she has a group of support here. Hi there, Miss Debbie. How are you? I'll pin her post. I'll pin her comment. And it's pinned. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, I noticed, that's why I made this video, because I noticed, I kind of wanted to make it a point, and I hadn't really brought it up. Right? Thank you, Lisa Marie. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rosie. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know why she thinks that she's that popular, because I saw how many likes she has on her, social media. She doesn't have that many friends. I thought, what in the world got into your head and made you think that the target of your hate had covert people just waiting on her page to support your hateful ass on her page. My goodness. My goodness. Indigenous people have the highest rate of alcoholism, mental illness, and substance abuse. I'm sure you've gained 22 new friends. I gained that many in like a morning. I don't talk about that. But the fact that you have to point it out says a lot about you. A lot. Yeah. She says, we're driving around looking for you so I can slap your face off on live. Why don't you go live? Why don't you go live right now? Do you want to go live on here? Hi, Terry. How are you? I'm just dealing with a hater here. A vicious hater that wants to slap me. She wants to slap me. She wants to slap me. She wants to inflict violence on me because how dare I have the audacity to stand up against her hate. One more time. Thank you, Christina Robertson. Indigenous people, sadly, and I think that has everything to do with generational trauma. And I've always said it, they were the highest at risk for acquiring COVID-19. Yeah. And so they're also the highest at risk for developing diabetes, the highest at risk for alcohol abuse, substance abuse, mental illness, and for unaliving themselves. Yeah, those are their statistics. It's sad. I know about their statistics because I've always, those of you that have followed me for a long time, I've always kind of reminded you about the statistics of brown and black and indigenous people. Because people tend to forget about them a lot. And they don't understand that they are the demographic that's at highest risk for most things that are most serious. Right? Anyway, so I wanted y'all to know that I haven't mentioned it, but my goodness, Leslie was one of them, and then there was another one, and then another one, and another one. I'm screen recording the whole live video, so don't worry about it. Don't worry, y'all. Y'all are gonna see everything. And I just want y'all to know that no matter how many times and how many years and how many days and how many hours I have proven myself, right, to be strong, there's always going to be hurt individuals like this that always seek to do damage. Like that lady from earlier, and then another one and another one. I believe there was 3 today. Right? A Sandra, a Michelle, and what's that other one? Oh, some older lady. Some older lady. Thank you, Raylene. I love you so much. Thank you. Hi, Dora. Hi, Dora. Raylene says you're one of the most strongest people out there. So proud of you, staying strong and fighting for what you want. Thank you. Thank you. And I mentioned all that about my daughters because what is the worst thing that can happen to a mother is something like that, right? Yeah. in this one video, I have literally mentioned anything and everything that anybody can humiliate me for. Right? And yet still they try. And when they can't, you have violent people like this saying, I want to inflict violence on you. Well, my point is, thank you, Ms. Dora, thank you, Terry. My point is this. This was me about to go on a hiatus. I love you so much, Kristen. Thank you, thank you. Yes, Kathy, that's so true. I mean, if you go and look at each one of their pages, I mean, one of them, I think it was what, Sandra or whatever, right? I don't know. Yeah, it was the Sandra one. She just had a picture of her dog, right? Right? And all the other ones, they have some common denominators amongst them all, right? Not just that they're assholes, all of them inside, right? They're unkind humans, right? That's probably the most important thing, right? But it's superficial things that they're probably mad at the world for. And they all kind of like are attracted to me so that they can hate on me, right? I love you. Andrea Stevenson says, you are a very strong young lady. I've been following you for a while now. I love that you do not allow anyone to dictate your life. Thank you. Michelle Pickard says, I've been following you for a couple of years. You are a strong-ass woman and very educated. Thank you. Thank you so much. Rochelle says, I can't stand bullies. What's even more crazy is this chick knows nothing about Vanessa. Exactly. Exactly. And, well, I guess that's what I was trying to say is, it's not going to work. It didn't work in 2014. It's not going to work 10, 12, 15, 20 years later. It's just not. It's not. It doesn't matter if it's bullies from a hometown. It doesn't matter if it's bullies in power. It doesn't matter if it's bullies from Canada. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter if it is, because that's what it was. It's mostly been women that look like Leslie. They all look like they're somehow related. And or they are older women, like in their 60s and 70s. I'm not kidding. That at one time may have looked, well, I can't even say that. Some of them that at one time were the standard of beauty. And it left them. It just left them. You know? Some women are blessed, you know, even as they age, no matter how many wrinkles they have, they still look beautiful. They still look beautiful, right? And I'll always believe it is those women that didn't show hate towards the world when they still had their youthful good looks. And I'll always believe that karma just dealt with the other ones that aren't even a semblance, not even a little fraction of the humans that they used to look like. Yeah. So, I just wanted to let y'all know that this is what I deal with. And I just wanted the rest of y'all bullies to know, don't be mad, because I haven't made a bully video in a while. Because there hasn't been enough for me to make one. I usually let it pile up, and when there's about maybe 20 or 30 or so, I go ahead and I do a new reel. People always like those. These are my new sets of bullies. And then y'all get mad. Leslie McKay gets mad. Right? The ones from today get mad. You know, the ones from last week get mad. And I just wanted this to make this video to show y'all how vicious they can be. This is what happens when you survive. publicly. Right? How desperate they can get, how evil they are. And for any would-be ones that were like itching, or like, you know, like maybe today's the day that I'm going to go and try that with her. Maybe today's the day. Maybe today's the day. Well, it doesn't matter what day you pick. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. This is a survival page. If anything that came out of your, you know, scraggly little fingers had the power that you thought those little fingers had, then I have no business. None at all. Trying to even survive. My point is that there is no power in your words, nor is there in your actions. My point is that no one brings you here. No one has you here. Nobody made you sign up for notifications. My point is, you're going to get madder next time. You're going to get madder next month. You're going to get madder in December. You're going to get hella mad in January, February, March. You're going to get hella mad in 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030. You are going to be enraged when I get everything in this universe and in this lifetime that all of you hope, wish, and pray that I do not receive. Why are you doing that to yourselves? Because no one is making you be here. Nobody. Nobody at all. Okay, that's all really I had to say. Really, I'm being serious. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. For real. That, and there was a really good song on the radio, and maybe I can just leave on a positive musical note. Let me see. Hey! Oh, it ended! This goes out to all of you. How fitting. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Look at that. You know, the universe always has my music on point, right? All the time. Okay? Right? It is a good song. Always. Always. This is just the radio. Yes, rain or shine. I love y'all so much. Don't let the hate succeed. Don't ever let the hate succeed. Right? Hate loves to put a roadblock in the creativity, especially of their targets. And human beings, many believe, our purpose is to create. It's to create, and to vibrate at the highest energy that we can. Right? But whenever you make people feel depressed and sad and unworthy of even living the life that they're living, right? You unalive that creativity inside them. And literally take away their purpose in life. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them do that to you. No. I'm going to keep on creating. Even if it's content of my survival, even if it's just my thoughts on food, even if it's just me going on a hiatus and then coming right back in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3, however long I choose. All right, that's it, y'all. Don't let the haters win, right? Don't. Thank you so much, Amanda Reina. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. And like I said, if you do not see me go live, or if you do not see me maybe next week, it is because I went on a hiatus and I'm locking in for a little while. I'm locking in. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I love y'all, and thank y'all. Thank you for being so kind. Always. Literally always. Right? Thank you. Okay? Bye, y'all. Be safe and well, and choose kindness. And if you're already choosing kindness, thank you. Thank you so much. That means a whole lot. And don't let these haters get you down. Don't. Even if it's haters in your family, if it's haters at your job, if it's haters, from high school, if you're in high school now, or if you're in junior high now, or if you're in elementary school, like, what are you doing? Watch. Right? But still. If it's haters in your college class, if it's haters in your vocational school, or your trade school, whatever it is, don't let those haters get you down. Don't. And just keep showing up for yourself. Thank you, Kristen. I love you so much. I love you. Amanda Reina says, you are such an inspiration. Even after everything you've been through, you still have such a beautiful soul. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They didn't understand that I have, there's a duality, and not everybody can maintain this particular kind of duality. I've been surviving hateful people since I was a tiny kid, since I was young. And I've gone through some of the worst things that would have broken any human. Some of the kindest people and some of the strongest people are people that have survived the deepest, darkest things that a human can survive. Yeah. They've been accompanied not just by Jesus, not just by God, not just by Spirit, not just by the source, not just by the universe, not just by the strongest one of all, right? In this universe. They've also been accompanied by all those negative things that were low vibrational in those darkest times. One of the hardest people to break is the person who has been there in the darkest recesses. And who was able to get themselves out of there. Somebody that has walked the darkest days in their lives by themselves, and in those moments not knowing that the best divine beings were right, because also next to them was the darkest things. They kept them there still. Right? But what matters is that they got themselves out of there. And those people, the ones that have been there in the darkest days, some of which a lot of these haters would never have survived. And the ones that have been there over and over and over again, humiliated to no end, right? Those are the hardest people to break, because they've walked in the dark and the light. You can't break those people. No, they're the strongest ones. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kristen. Thank y'all. Okay, so I may or may not see y'all after these next couple of days. All right, bye.